The thread group is the element that most JMeter tests start with. JMeter uses the thread group as a container to define a collection of simulated users. In this way, one or more requests contained within the thread group will follow a prescribed virtual user count, ramp-up time, and looping over this configuration if desired. Within JMeter, we can add the thread group component to our test plan. We can also add one or more samplers to our test that will be managed by the thread group. There are several important properties that we can set that will control the behavior of our thread group. The number of threads sets how many virtual users JMeter will attempt to start simultaneously as independent processes running contained samplers and other elements. You can think of each thread group as an independently running copy of all the actions defined within the thread group. Here we can set the number of threads to 10. Ramp-up period will specify the duration over which threads should be started until the number of threads running equals the number of threads specified in the box above. We might specify a longer ramp-up period if the elements in our thread group are resource-intensive, or a shorter ramp-up period if we want to simulate a surge of traffic to our target test application. Here you can also specify how many times you want to iterate over your thread group by specifying a loop count. If you want your thread group to run in a continuous loop indefinitely until your test is canceled or externally terminated, you can specify that here as well with the Forever checkbox. In our example, let's specify 10 threads, a ramp-up time of 5 seconds, and a loop count of 10. We can also add a View Results Tree listener to see the output of our test. Let's run our test to see the output. You can see here in the output that our test has run 10 parallel instances of our thread group for 10 iterations. We have 300 results in our results listener, which corresponds to our thread group running 10 times in parallel for 10 iterations, generating 3 requests, A, B, and C, for each iteration. The basic thread group is the core component for which more advanced thread components expand upon. If you are interested in learning more about advanced thread groups, please check out our blog where we cover custom thread groups and the Arrivals Thread Group. You can find links to these in the description below.